Hi, my name is Alyssa, and I will be arguing that implementing the regulations that Zach stated in regards to purchasing firearms is unwarranted because it will not help with the current issues surrounding the topic. Hiring the age limit to 21 and creating stronger background checks will be useless. Let's start with raising the age limit to 21. So the federal law states that the minimum age for enlistment in the United States military is 17 with parental consent and 18 without. We are allowing 17 and 18-year-olds to protect our country, but we wouldn't allow them to protect themselves when they come back home. How does that make sense? Zach also stated a statistic that talked about 3 mass shootings where the shooter was under the age of 21. But according to this study, the 3 most deadly mass shootings in the history of the United States have all been committed by individuals over the age of 21. In 2017, a 64-year-old killed 59 people in Las Vegas. In 2016, a 29-year-old killed 50 people in Orlando. In 2007, a 23-year-old on the campus of Virginia Tech University killed 33 people. A statistical analysis on mass shootings occurring in the United States from 1982 to 2018 also revealed that the average age of mass shooting killers is 35. So raising the age to 21 wouldn't really make a difference in those cases and in many others. Another piece of evidence I found was that Adam Lanza was only 20 when he went on a horrific rampage at an elementary school in Newton Con. Yes, he was under 21, but he used guns purchased by his mother, so an age restriction would not have saved a single life there. Also, the Colombian shooters were underage when they bought their guns, but they got them from a 22-year-old friend. Going back to my claim where you have to be 17 or 18 to enlist in the United States military, what if they come back home? They're already trained to shoot these guns, to operate them, and now you're telling them they can't protect their home? And what if someone is 18 and purchases their first home, they can't protect themselves and their own property? Another thing Zach stated was that the background checks need to be stricter. So if the background checks were stricter, they would affect law-abiding citizens. People that buy guns and intend to shoot other people don't really go through the system. So you would just be making it harder for innocent individuals trying to obtain a gun. You would be creating complications for them, and an example of that is that in the 1990s, Frank Wise of Jacksonville Beach, Florida, was convicted of check fraud after his employer went bankrupt. When his paycheck bounced, 2 checks he sent to his mortgage company also bounced. Nearly 20 years later, Mr. Wise was able to get his record clear, but that information wasn't entered into the background check system for 3 years. Getting this fixed cost him $3,600 in legal fees. So the system already has faults. It causes complications for these people. If we can't even fix it now, what makes you think we can fix something that's more complex and can dig deeper into their lives, require more, personal information from them? Another thing would be these background checks would get more complex, leading to fees. So you're saying that you want more background checks, stricter background checks, that would lead up to about $125 per fee. If someone is not as wealthy as another person and they can't afford this, does that mean they can't protect themselves? Does it mean that only the wealthy can protect their property and themselves with guns? And evidence to support that is in New York City and Washington, those fees cost at least $125 for private gun sales. Pushing background checks on private transfers disarms many law-abiding poor people. How is that fair? Also, back to my point about how gun control doesn't work because a lot of gun crime is committed by those who illegally possess guns. They don't even go through the system. You would just be making it longer for individuals. And in 37 states, including New York State, 60% of inmates illegally possess the guns they used. About 48% of state prisoners surveyed said they got the gun they used from a family member, friend, gun store, pawn shop, flea market, or gun show. And that is it.